Hey, what is up, guys? It is your boy, Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with another commentary. Amazing news today. I'm going to make this short and sweet for you guys. CompLexity is no more. You know, I said on Twitter, it was pretty funny, I said that the fall of Cole tweets that came out when they lost in the first round to XGN at UGC, I guess they were true. And we always said, I've always said it, CompLexity has to beat themselves. Well, they did. They just removed the CompLexity organization completely. So what basically happened is that Evil Geniuses, and I don't know if the players approached them or they approached CompLexity. However, I do know that they got a better deal over at Evil Geniuses than they had at Cole. I believe their contracts was expired recently, and in looking for renewal, there was this opportunity with Evil Geniuses. However, Evil Geniuses CEO also stated that they have been looking to kind of get into Call of Duty, but they were taking their time. For those of you guys that don't know what Evil Geniuses is, they are one of the largest competitive brands, one of the largest esports brands. They're sponsored by a whole bunch of companies, but the ones you might know are like BenQ Monitors. They're sponsored by Razer. They're sponsored by, and then also they're sponsored by Monster. So what that means is their acquisition of not only Aches, Crim, Teepee, and Karma, but also their acquisition of Mr. X. What that means is that those five guys are now sponsored by Monster as well. So Envy and, I want to still call them CompLexity, Envy and Evil Geniuses are now brother teams. So, you have like brother teams between, there's like a brotherhood between Envy and Evil Geniuses. It's just really weird, and it's really cool, for competitive competitive Call of Duty, because when competitive COD, when Red Bull came in after Nadeshot, everybody was like, oh, it's just because Optic is going to be sponsored by Red Bull and they're going to sponsor him first, and that seems to not be the case. However, when Monster got involved, which was the second mega brand that's outside of gaming to get involved in Call of Duty esports, when Monster got involved with Call of Duty and got envious, it was a big deal, because they went after a whole organization, and that's what just happened, is because Evil Geniuses acquired the roster and the coach of CompLexity, that team, those guys are now sponsored by Monster. So it's really cool. This is it's an amazing decision. I didn't see it coming, to be honest. When I heard about it, I was like, what? And then I watched Esports Report, and I was playing 8s, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was watching Esports Report, and then they announced it, and it was made official. Now, they bought everything. So they bought the rights, they bought the Pro Points, they bought the rights to the X Games, they bought everything. They bought them out. Now, Keemstar said something about $70,000. That seems pretty low price to me, but maybe I'm just so unaware of how much opportunity there is. And I guess for CompLexity, the stream revenue opportunity is not the same, because CompLexity had their partnership with Twitch, and they couldn't stream on MLG.TV, and I believe they still can't stream on MLG.TV because of the players' individual commitment to Twitch. So we'll see how that works out. I have a feeling we're gonna get some more announcements coming our way, but I'm really excited for what this move does, and I think it was the best for those guys. And ultimately, CompLexity, those players, Evil Geniuses, they're now making the type of money that they deserve for as well as they've played. They deserve a lot of that sponsorship revenue. They deserve it. And I think this was a good move for them. And it's going to be interesting to not see CompLexity at X Games, or will we? See, the opportunity that's on the table right now is you got players like Fizzerp, you got players like Brian Saint that just played with FaZe, got those pro points from them, and I believe he now has like 24,000. You've got players out there that are free agents that could get together and have enough pro points by this Friday, which is the deadline, I believe, for pro points for X Games. They could get together by this weekend, and you could see a team bump FaZe Black off of the list and have a powerhouse pro points team that now is going to go to X Games under the title of CompLexity. I mean, why not? If you want to go to X Games, why not go under the umbrella of CompLexity? Now, Jason Lake did say that they're still going to stay in the scene because of the success that they've had, and we still don't know if this was a sell because they wanted to, or if this was a sell because the guys on the team wanted to make a new move. But it is a no-brainer that Jason Lake can probably get another team to wear the CompLexity jersey for less than he was going to have to pay those 4 guys or those 5 guys in order to stay with Complexity. And I think Evil Geniuses saw this opportunity and took advantage of it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Just to recap this, you know, Complexity is no longer in existence. Complexity right now, as we have it, does not have a competitive team, Call of Duty team. I think they will. We'll just see who that ends up being and if they end up at X Games. This is your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.